Self-love is the answer to so many things that we don't even associate with loving ourselves, that we don't even associate with relationship to our own self, and we sometimes externalize it and we seek for these solutions outside of ourselves. Self-love can be the answer to you criticizing yourself. It can be the answer to your success in life, to your happiness, to your mental state, to your body, to your weight, to your health. Literally every single thing in life that we don't even associate with self can actually be helped by self-love. And I realized this because I was watching a video by Nastia Swan, I think is her name, and I'm gonna link it down below as always. And in that video, I used to see her videos before and I never really liked it. I never really resonated with her content. I was like, what she's saying, it's good, but I didn't like her energy until recently. And I was like, what did she do? And it was interesting because in that video, she talks about how she lost like 20 pounds. It came from her loving herself. And I realized that her entire life changed, her energy changed. Like when I watch her energy now, it's literally glowing and it makes me want to watch her content more, which I never used to watch it. For me, it's like I have to like the energy of the person for me to watch their content. And so I used to never watch her content, but now I really like it because of her energy. And I was like, what did she do? And it's interesting because all she did was she started to love herself. We don't think it's related. We don't think that we can love ourselves. Sometimes we look for other people to fill that gap. We look for connection outside. We judge ourselves, we criticize, and whatever it is you're dealing with. I realize this too, that for me as well as I hope it is for you, and maybe I'm just a reminder that whatever you're going through, self-love can help you, because when you love yourself, you accept yourself the way that you are. You stop criticizing yourself. You stop being so hard on yourself, and you stop expecting the world to change before you do. You stop seeking for the answers outside, and as a result, you become so much happier. And so I really decided to prioritize this in my life now, because no matter what you have on the external, it's not going to make you happy. Being a certain weight is not going to make you happy, right? The only reason I even watched that video because I like the way my body is. I am a lot heavier, not a lot, like 10-15 pounds heavier than I used to be, but there is a limit to like a number that I don't want to go over on the scale. And I realized like I was going over the number, and I'm like, bro, we have to do, like, something needs to change. Something needs to change because the direction I'm going is like unacceptable. So I watched it and I was like, damn, self-love is the answer to everything. Which, by the way, how am I 130 pounds? The fact that I still have abs and a thigh gap baffles me, okay? But hey, the scale is broken. Just gonna say it, the scale is broken. The scale is broken. The scale is not broken, okay? The point is, the way that I found this and the way I started to practice this recently is when it comes to self-love, what you want to ask yourself is, what does self-love look like for you? For each person, it's going to look different. At the core of it, it comes with accepting who you are. It comes with acknowledging each and every emotion that you have. It comes with owning yourself, not judging yourself. And even if you make a mistake, talking to yourself like you would to a child, And I wrote this down. Actually, I'm going to read it probably. What did I write down? I wrote down, what does self-love look like for you? I have a lot of notes, okay? And in that, what I found it was for me, it was honestly very simple. It was just validating how I feel, expressing how I feel, being honest with myself, how I feel, and putting my needs first instead of society, right? Prioritizing my own happiness and chasing my own path instead of trying to conform to the standards of society, instead of trying to stress myself out to achieve or do certain things that maybe don't even make me happy. It's to be honest with myself how I feel and to trust myself. And it's very simple. And, of course, I also wrote down that it's like nourishing my body and trusting my body and not forcing my body to do things that I don't want to do, like forcing myself to eat, which I did for a while, right? And it's at the core of it, accepting yourself. I also wrote down that self-love for me looks like not being hard on myself, allowing myself to feel, allowing myself to be a human being, allowing myself to make mistakes. And even in that, still saying that even if you make a mistake, I still love you. You're allowed to be human. You're allowed to not be perfect. And I want you to ask yourself this too. What would self-love look like for you? Because why do we all want what we want? Why do we all want the partner, the job, the body, right? It's because you believe it will make you happy. But everything on the outside is only reflecting to you who you are on the inside. Because that's just the way that reality works. It's like, you could say we're in a matrix, you could say it's quantum physics. And sometimes I have to constantly remind myself of this because a lot of people are not aware of this. And whether or not you choose to believe it, it is up to you. But when you treat yourself differently, people around you respond to that. Your relationships are a reflection of your relationship with yourself. Your body is a reflection of your relationship with yourself, of your emotional state, of your levels of stress, of your levels of self-love. And even stress, sometimes it comes from not loving ourselves enough. It comes from seeking from external to have things done for us that will make us feel better instead of meeting those needs ourselves. And yes, of course, we need people. Okay, I'm not saying we don't need people. We need people, we need connection. We need all those things, right? External things matter. But at the core of it, do you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, there's no way you can go through life being truly happy and being truly fulfilled. And that's what I realized was the missing key for me. It's because every single thing I did was kind of from self-judgment and self-hate. I was trying to be better. I was trying to pursue and do things. Even when I was like, oh, I want to lose weight, which, I want to lose I don't even know what I want at this point. I think at this point, I don't even care how much I weigh. I have not weighed myself in a week or two because I just want to be happy. And for me, it's not the number on the scale. It's how do you look? How do you feel? How do you feel in your body? What's your energy like? And I think I would rather be a few pounds heavier, but feel good about myself and not let the damn thing, a number, determine my self-worth and my happiness. I don't believe in that, which is why I literally have not weighed myself in a week and a half or 2 weeks. I don't even know, okay? The last time I weighed myself, I was not happy with it. Watched that video by Nastia Swan, had this breakthrough, and I've just been focusing on what would make me happy. What would someone who loves themselves do? It's something I got from Teal Swan. It's just basically leading your life with asking, what would someone who loves themselves do? In this situation, if you loved yourself, how would you respond? And even, for example, sometimes it's not rational. Sometimes it's very not rational. Sometimes it can even seem reckless. For example, right, I have this rule. It's not exactly a rule, but it's just the way I live life, and, take it or leave it. But if I'm in any kind of relationship with someone, whether it's friends or whatever, and if they give me something, I usually tend to get rid, donate, break, just throw away, just kind of get rid of those things in my life once that relationship ends, whether it's a friendship or whatever, because I don't want reminders of that person in my life. And I don't know if it's a problem, the degree to which I don't care about material things, because even if it's something associates to me with that person, even if it's a clothing or whatever, I will be sure, throw it away, donate it, or even break it. I have broken something only once recently because I really sat with myself and I had a strong urge. I was really angry and I was like, I have all this anger towards someone that gave me something, and I've donated everything else that they gave me. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with this person or their energy. And I was like angry, and I was like, I have this anger and I have options, right? I can choose to ignore this anger, keep this last object that they gave me because I like the object, okay? It was a good thing. I was like, I want to keep it. But I was angry, and I really wanted to just break it. I was like, I felt that it would help me to release that anger. Now again, before you call me crazy, okay? They have this thing where people literally break electronics or they break things in a safe container to get their anger out, okay? So it's actually been done by other people before. And I don't like to react. I sit with myself and I'm like, okay, my options are these. I don't feel comfortable using this thing anyways. I don't want it. I cannot resell it because I already threw away the boxings and everything. I can't exactly donate it either. And I don't feel comfortable using it. And I really just need to get my emotions out. So, you know, this is actually, I feel really weird sharing this, but maybe better way to deal with this would be just write an angry letter to that person and tear it up or burn it. Usually that's, I feel like, a better way to handle your emotions is just writing a letter and burning the letter. But for me in this case, it just felt like something I needed to do for myself. And you know, the psychologists say that true emotion only lasts like 90 seconds, something like that. And for me, it was literally, I was just angry for like a minute or two and it was over, and I felt better. And I will say that once I got rid of all these physical things from this person, I felt better. So for me, self-love was being honest with myself that, you know what, I don't want these things. I love myself enough to put my feelings first over something material. Even if it's good, even if I can theoretically use it, but I don't feel comfortable. I have to be honest with myself with how I feel. So self-love can look like a lot of different things. Sometimes it can look like buying yourself something, right? Something that would make me happy. You can probably see a pink bag. I've been obsessed with pink. I was like, I just want that because that's self-love, okay? Sometimes that is self-love. And it can really look like a lot of different things as long as you are honest with yourself and as long as it brings you a feeling of being here for you and feeling that no matter what others think, no matter what others say, you will always protect you, you will always show up for you, and you will always be the person that essentially gives you what you need. You know, because no other person will do that. And again, I know that some people, like, they don't do this. If they get a gift or whatever, they keep it. But for me, I don't care enough about material things. It's probably a problem, but I just don't want anything from someone that I have bad associations with. If I want the item, I will work, I will buy it for myself when and if I want it. Up until then, it's not necessary. My mental health and my happiness comes first. So yeah, this was just a quick message about something that I realized because, you know, she lost the weight by loving herself. She grew up by loving herself. Her entire life changed because she chose to love herself. Her entire energy changed because she chose to love herself. And she also changed her hair color. There's something about changing your hair color, you guys, that just changes everything for people, including myself, which I might be changing my hair color again soon. I don't know yet. We will see. Time will tell. But anyways, let me know in the comments what to you communicates that you love yourself. What is something you do? Maybe a practice, maybe a ritual, maybe something you can incorporate or have been incorporating. Whatever comes to your mind first. What to you would communicate that you love yourself? For example, another thing is for me, I feel most like myself when I look like this. If I look like my hair is not done, my nails are not done, my makeup is not done, I don't feel like myself. I literally don't. So sometimes self-love for me also is just being my best self, being the person that I feel like myself, you know, and not trying to conform to society standards, not trying to be like, you know what, I should do the right thing because that's what X, Y, and Z said, because that's what is correct. It doesn't matter. One more thing I want to say, if you watched up until the end of this video, that I want to share with you is that you are a gift. You are a gift to this world. Your presence, your beingness is a gift to humanity, to whoever's close to you, to whoever is coming in exchange and in contact with you. Even if you don't feel that way, right? You are still a gift, because if you were not meant to exist, you just wouldn't. And I think recognizing the fact that your existence matters, it's precious. What you want matters, what you need matters. And it's about prioritizing that for you, because you deserve it and because you truly are a gift, you know. And there's no words that can express this. There are more things I want to say about that, but I feel like it would be an entirely different video dedicated to this specific topic. But for now, all I want to leave you with is that I truly believe that every single one of you right now, if you're still here, You're meant to be here. You're meant to love yourself. And once you do, your entire life will change. You'll be happier. You will be more successful. You will look better. You will glow from the inside. And I've seen this in so many people. I was like, what's the common denominator of people who glow, who are happy? It's because they love themselves. So I do think it's basically your right and responsibility to do that. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I've been posting kind of off schedule, but I'll try to post at least once a week. I'll see you when I'll see you.